Featherweight division, Dan Ige, Dan 50K Ige, 19-9 versus Patricio Pitbull. Who's got something to prove? The Brazilian's got something to prove, but this is a fight you better show out in. Roll it. In the featherweight division at UFC at 318, you got a big one here between Dan 50K Ige and Patricio Pitbull. This is USA versus Brazil. Ige 19-9, Pitbull 36-8. Impressive. Now Ige is 2 inches taller at 5'7". He's 33. Pitbull's 37. So Pitbull's kind of exited the prime, but he's got a lot of experience. Dan Ige kind of still right there in that prime window. Ige 5-inch reach advantage. Both guys stand right-handed. Ige right around 3.7 significant strikes per minute. 2.8 for Pitbull. Okay. When you look at the takedown game, Ige gets like 1 every 3 rounds. Pitbull gets like 1 every 5. But keep in mind, Pitbull hasn't had a lot of UFC fights. So we're not looking at stats from throughout his career, but just in the UFC. Ige, takedown defense 58%. That may not be good enough here. He's coming off the win over Sean Woodson by 3rd round KO. Lost to Lerone Murphy by decision. And it was 3 takedowns of 1, which really decided it, and the control time. He also lost to Diego Lopez by unanimous decision. Very similar. He got outstruck barely and trailed 1-0 in takedowns. So he's not getting any takedowns to help himself. Now, Pitbull, 88% takedown defense. That's impressive. Remember, this is just in 1 UFC fight, though, where he fought Yair Rodriguez to a loss. I thought it said draw. I was like, that wasn't a draw. Yair Rodriguez dominated him 70-17 in significant strikes. It was 1-1 in takedowns, and he lost that by easy unanimous decision. But he did make it to the end. He just didn't look good, didn't land a lot of strikes. And that's going to be a similar problem here against 50K, because Ige is going to come out and try to land a lot of strikes. The only way Pitbull can win this fight is if he can control Ige on the ground. I don't like Ige's 58% takedown defense, but I think he's going to handle himself well in this fight. And yes, this is a very tough Brazilian coming in, but Ige is going to get the job done, in my opinion. He's going to land more significant strikes. He might get taken down once or twice, but he'll defend most of those takedowns. As Pitbull's I think he's going to go for 8 to 10 takedowns in this fight. He's not going to be able to get them. Ige gets the win here. He desperately wants his 20th professional win, and I think he gets it here, in my opinion, by decision to move to 20-9, featherweight division, UFC 318. It's real simple. I mean, Dan Ige is just better. Patricio Pitbull didn't prove anything to me in his last fight. Maybe he comes back with a different mentality. Looks different in this fight. That's always possible. You know, we've only seen him in the UFC once, so we'll have to wait and see. But I'm just not convinced, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not convinced. I got to go with Dan Ige. And you know how serious I take my predictions.